we start this giving Fatiha for Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his family, the companions, and the Muslim at large. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ila hadrati Nabi Mustafa Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam wa alihi wa sahbihi wa baiti wa tabi'ina lahum bi ihsan ila yaumiddin. ثم إلى رأي آبائنا محاتنا أجدادنا والجميع المسلمين والمسلمات المؤمنين والمؤمنات والأموات خير لله لكم الفاتحة الرحمن الرحيم المستقيم صراط الذين Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So a little bit of introduction. Before we were born, our soul was in the kingdom of soul or realm of soul. We left this kingdom of soul and entered into the infant body. And before we were born, still in the mother's womb, we were introduced to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is in Surah Araf. I will say, Alastu, bi Rabbikum, am I not your Lord? And yes, you will say, yes, you are our Lord. Then we were born. And there is a verse in the Quran that our script, our book of life, is annexed to or attached to our neck, or is tied to our neck, sort of spiritually speaking. And then we have to live according to this book of life. When we are born, we're going to have to live according to this book of life, which will only to be released from acting in the world when we died. But we still comply with the book of life when we go to the nether world or the barzakh world. There, the book of life stated we have to rest, transit, rest until we're resurrected. We're not doing anything when we cross over. It's a place of rest. Okay? But what more important here, we came to the world with zero. We bring nothing. Not even memory, no memory, zero, nothing. What memory? No memory. We know nothing. We are born with nothing. No memory, no knowledge, no attitudes, no aptitudes, no grandeur, nothing. Zero. Baby born, nothing. Bringing nothing at all, not even a pampers we brought. Later on, we got our parents, siblings, relatives, we got our names, nationality, all that, and so on and so on and so on, until we live and we died. The point that I want to stress here, when we died, we leave everything behind. We go back with zero. Zero memory. As the first time we come in with zero, we go back with zero. Everything left behind. Zero. Now, if you ponder the implication or the repercussion of this, you go back with zero. Nothing with you. Memory, nothing at all. Zero. You know, it's just like You don't even know your name. You don't even know you're Muslim. You didn't even know Allah. You don't even know that you are so and so. Totally zero. When you cross over, you rest until you are resurrected. Then Allah will show you the attached script of the book of life. Then you realize, oh, I was so and so in the world before. Yeah? But what we stress here, I'm trying to stress it, that when you cross over, you bring nothing. Zero. No knowledge, nothing at all. All sicknesses or illnesses, or these are all illness or sickness, all these are attached to the body. When we cross over, we went in as spirit. When we go down as spirit, when we go out of this world in the form of spirit, we go in this world in the form of spirit into the body of the child. And then when we left this world out of the body, we go back in spirit. We cross over in spirit. So all sickness, all memory, anything that attached to the body, left behind. Memory also left behind. You go out of this, the crossover, with zero baggage. Zero baggage. Okay? And you rest there. Then when you resurrected, you ask, who wake me up? So when we are in the neither world or the barzakh world, we are more in a sleeping format. Sleep. And then we're resurrected, say, who wake me up? And then we are given a new body. Every one of us is given a new body, which is 33 years old. Every one of us. Even an infant who died will be resurrected 33 years old. And a wholesome body, even you are, what you call this, suicide bomber, your body bombed to pieces. You'll be resurrected with a new, everyone with a new body, 33 years old. But more than this, the soul that, or the spirit, or the soul that come down from the, before we are born, enter into the infant body, we are looking at one aspect of it. You see, the low mahfuz is a master plan. We got the role of human being, but other spirit who went down, they got the role of trees, animals, fish, birds, and so on. And this soul or spirit, when they die, they are released from acting according to the script. The spirit will be back to their original self. All of us will be back to our original self, like when before we were born. And then we rest in the Al-Barzakh, and then we resurrected. Everyone have a new body, 33 years old. Such as the body is holistic and don't have any baggage. You don't have memory, free of memory. All 33 years old, new body, and without sexual organ. So there is no passing of motion, urinating, menstruation, all this. This is the body of the paradise dwellers. All of us who have followed the master plan from A to Z without any choice, without any option, everything had been predestined. We have to follow the predestination, as Sheikh Abdul Qadir had said. There's no choice. Look, even you become a man, no choice. You become a woman, no choice. You become LGBT, no choice. It's already written. You become animal. Well, you can see the Jews who went fishing against the command of Allah, and they were changed to animal, apes. No choice. But after they died, that spirit is still the original spirit that has been released back and enter into the nether world of the Barzakh world. And all will be resurrected in the body of paradise dweller. It is our stand. Allah is never cruel. We'll go into that next week, inshallah. Okay? Present, I was tonight up to the resurrection, to be resurrected. So when we leave this world, we do not carry any baggage. There is no memory, no illness, nothing. You cross over. Yes, your spirit cross over with no baggage. Otherwise, the story does not end. If we carry the baggage, we cross over, then there's no end. Still fighting, Hitler still fighting up there. Yamashita still fighting up there. Problem, not only that, if your wife who had married 3-4 times because your husband had died, right? So you married 3-4 times, you cross over with memory, and they also have memory, and each one of them want you back, you have problem. Same, your husband, you have 3 or 4 wives, because one died, then you married, another died, you married again. Then when you cross over, if there's memory, you have problem. Yeah, the second wife want, the first one want you, the third wife want you, you have problem. No, no memory, zero memory. Okay, then we are resurrected with new body. Okay, so that is the gist of our lecture today, which will continue this, inshallah, next week. So now we come to the lecture, crossover. Allah never delays a soul when its appointed time comes. Now here again, it's always my stand here. When you died, crossover. Your spirit will not linger in this world. If your spirit linger in this world, when the book is closed, hey, what role are you playing? Before you die, you are known as Ahmad, and you're a policeman. Okay? You died, the book's closed, you cross over. You want to come back, what role you want to play? The book already closed. Your role, the script, closed. So Allah said very clearly, it will not be a second delay or a second faster. Right on the dot, you died. And right on the dot, you will cross over. We have seen the other day, even the accident matter, the spirit was near the body and later on disappear. Once the life will pull out, the soul already in, the spirit already in. Not a minute late, not a minute past. on the dot. Allah never delays when the soul, when its appointed time comes, you go. You went in a spirit. You don't carry your body. Your body is the costume which you use when you are in the world, because you have to act according to the costume. If the costume is a female, you're female. Male, male. Old, old. Young, young, and so on. You have to, the costume dictate your role. Black, white, yellow, your skin color. That's it. You have to hold no choice. Sheikh Abdul Qadir said, you have no choice. These are predestined. If it's not predestined, that Allah will not know what color of skin you will be, right? Or what sex you will be. No, everything predestined. He said, my plan is firm. Thou shalt not see any change in my plan. No change, because it's most wise, most knowing. So when the time comes, you have to go, and there you cross over, but not the memories. No memories will follow. Otherwise, the mother will be homesick. Romeo will be lovesick, want to go back to Juliet. Right. Others will be not all lovesick, but homesick also. So no memories. There will be no memories, no baggage. You cross over, no baggage. At the same time, when you enter into the world, no baggage. You come out of the world, the baggage is left behind. You enter the bazaar, no baggage. You back to nothingness. You don't remember anything. You know? Don't remember. That's why Allah said, indeed, all the bonds between you and your earthly life are now severed. And all your former fancies have forsaken you. Okay? That means you have to stop acting according to the script. Finish already. No more acting. Well, this is a sad part of, if you want to look at it, it's a sad part because of our life. Because I only will know you and you will know me at this point. Cross over, everything forgotten. We will not know each other anymore until we're shown our book. Okay? So once crossover, that's the last. So before crossover, yes, when we cross over, we will not know each other again because we're back to our original spirit when we come down. No memory, no baggage, no memory. Okay? That's why all the bonds between you and your earthly life are now severed. All your former fancies have forsaken you, whatever you presume, all that on. No presumption, no assumption, nothing. You cross over, zero baggage, back to square one. But you will cross over, the spirit still have hearing, sight, and the spiritual eye, the mind, spiritual eye. But yes, but zero memory, zero baggage. Okay, you can hear, you can see, okay, you can think, but no memory. It's like a person with dementia. Step out of the house, he can't remember where's my house. Just step out of the house, can't remember at all. Like that situation. Once we cross over, we can think, we can see, we can hear, but no memory. Okay? Here again, you can see. And God has brought you forth from your mother's womb, knowing nothing. So you come out knowing nothing. You go back also knowing nothing. Okay? But He has endowed you with hearing, sight, and mind. Okay, you have that. So when you cross over, you still have this, but no memory. Okay? And you are just like the infant that come in and go out. Holistic, originals condition, not that after you have lived in the world and acquired memories. This one is you come in, zero memory, no baggage. You go out, zero memory, no baggage. And you can see here, and truly you have come unto us alone, without wealth, companion, or anything else that is connected to the script left behind. As we created you the first time, you have left behind all that we given you. All we can see later. Everything left. Okay. So that's why we say in loving memory. I mean the memory left behind. In loving memory of soul, loving memory, the memory left behind. And you can see here all the memory of families, education, children, forgotten. Everything forgotten. Right? And there you see memory loss, forgetful. Totally. Total. Okay? So what happened here, you see? Once you don't have the memory, the memory door is closed. No vices, no atrocities, don't have attitude problems, no feelings, because the memory not there. Feeling of love, feeling of being frightened, whatever feeling gone. No learning, whatever learning gone, and others you left behind. The memory door is closed. You can see also pride also gone, shame also gone, envy also not there, sadness not there, surprise not there, neutral, nothing, zero. Okay, and not only that, you can't even remember the taste. You can't remember what the feeling is. Being sick, being happy, all you don't feel anything. You don't know. There's no memory. Okay? And what your eyes see, you don't understand because there's no learning. Okay, that's why it's more resting in the middle world of barzakh. You rest. Right? Like a baby looking but don't understand. Same. And what you smell also, you don't know because there is no learning. What you hear over there, you don't know. Okay? Everything gone. Even the taste of being spicy, salty, bitter, sour, sweet, you don't know. Okay? Gone. Feeling of hot, cold, pain, relax, gone. You don't know. Okay? And the stress that you feel when you live in this world, all kind of things that even disturb the beating of your heart because of the stress, no more. Okay? And you can see here, because you go in as spirit, there's no handicap or retarded. Don't have. The spirit is wholesome. The spirit is healthy. The spirit is not retarded. That retarded is physical. This one left behind. So when you move to the other side, you can walk, you can run, you can see. If you're blind, you can see over there. You're deaf, you can hear. If you don't have a leg, you can walk. So the spirit is not the physical body. It is wholesome. And you can see you are not retarded because that is attached to the physical. You are not senile, mad, or even dementia. No more. You are wholesome. You are not blind. When cross over, you can see. That's why when you remember the previous lecture, I told you, the seeing is not blind. That's why when some people, they receive the cornea of the donor, maybe the donor is dead, the cornea or the eyes given to them, and one is fixed, they can see. Because the seeing is not blind, the spiritual sight not blind, and it's not deaf. Okay? And you forgot about your profession, right? You won't remember what your profession that at one time you were a tailor, at one time you were a CEO, at one time you were architect, at one time you were artist, sculptor, technician, farmer. You can't remember. These are all left behind. And all the learning in your mind gone. Not only that, you forgot also how to worship. There's no worshipping. There's no religion on the other side. Rest. Okay? So this happened when you cross over. Nothing else. So whether you're Christian or Buddhist or Muslim or atheist, free thinker, all these are baggages. All these are baggage you will leave behind. Atheist, free thinker, Buddhism, Christian, Muslim, all these left behind. And Allah said very clearly, whatever we have bestowed onto you, you will leave behind. Nothing. What you do in the bazaar near the world, rest until you are resurrected. Okay? So that is on crossover. So once you cross over, that's what, but Allah never delays a soul when its appointed time comes. Yeah. So you remember the soul come out from your third eyes here. Come out from the third eyes in a micro form. Then the vibration of the life or push it to the, you see the tunnel here? So when you meditate, you can come out from the third eyes, your soul can come out. If you see darkness, it's not your time. You can go back. But when you come out, your soul come out, you see tunnel, lighted tunnel. The time has come. You have to walk into the tunnel, and that is leading to the barzakh world. There you enter the tunnel. The first door is yellow color. The second door is blue color. And the last door is white color. Once you enter the white color, that's it. That is the barrier. That is the barzakh. You can't come back. Okay? That is the last door. There, see? That is the last door. Neither world, barzakh. And behind them is a barrier until the day when they are resurrected. Praise. Okay, so once you entered, all the baggage left behind, memories were left behind, you enter, okay, you cannot come out. And you will enter it not a minute late, or not a second late, or a second, on the dot you are going. And you can't come out because the book of life or your script is closed. Even you want to come back, there's no role for you to play. Okay. It is He who creates everything and determines its nature in accordance with His own design. Now, this one is very important. When you come out, when the spirit come out from the original position, that is the spirit world, before you are born, come out, they take their role. So what role you are given? Human being, animal, trees, and so forth. This spirit will take their respective role and they have to act accordingly. You can see here. He created everything, everything. Not only human being, trees, animal, fruits, insects, bird, all creation, and determine its nature. So what nature? Human being, bird, all that. Determine its nature in accordance with its design. So it's not one design human being. There are so many design in the master plan. And what your spirit is given, the role, you take it. You can see here. You can see the soul, then the Loh Mahfuz, the grand design. You take your role play from the grand design, that's the soul, and then you become mankind, or animals, insect, trees, and others. Okay? That's why every living thing, Allah say you are the same with each other. There's no difference. You can see that later. Okay? That is Allah, your Lord. There's no God but He, the creator of all things. He didn't say all human, all things. He is the creator. And this is a very important verse. There's not an animal in the earth, nor a flying creature flying on two wings, but they are people like you. People like you. Yes. But these are the spirit that came down together, but been given different role. Okay? And also the genes also, Allah created. Okay? And He created all this because life in this world is amusement and play. It's His amusement and play. But in the hereafter, everyone will be rewarded. Everyone who have magnificently played their role, every one of us. Then the home in the hereafter is waiting for us, every one of us. So if you got to be a female until you die, so be it. Male, LGBT until you die. You become animal until you die, or trees until you. So all these are Allah, amusement and play. Now, don't go further than that. We'll go into it later. That when you go further, you will realize amusement and play is himself also to himself, not to others. There's only one existence, okay? But that will come later. Okay? So don't think that, we are separate existence. So he's cruel. We don't want to be a woman, then he made us woman. We don't want to be a... No. We'll learn later that Imam Ghazali say, you know your God, you know yourself, you don't exist. That one later. So this is his amusement and play, and nothing in the life of this world but a play and a passing delight. Okay? And again, the life of this world is but play and amusement. So it's actually the stage. So door of birth, the realm of spirit. From there, you're born, you go up to the stage. Door of death, where you go down, and that is the barzakh. So in between is the stage. And that is amusement and play. The lifespan, amusement and play there. So Allah says, peace upon him the day he was born and the day of his death. Okay? And those who are endued with knowledge will say, you will live according to this book, or Allah decrees, or to this book until resurrection. You will live according to this book until resurrection. Okay? And this book is already tied to your neck. This is your destiny. So every child born, this big book is spiritually attached to your neck. And this will be your destiny, predestination. There is no change on this fixed there, unless the chain is found in the book too. Otherwise, you will follow strictly the books. On the day when the trumpet is blown, everyone in the heaven and the earth will be horrified, except whomever God's will. Now, this is the first Armageddon. first Qiyamah, first Armageddon. Why I say first Armageddon? Because one that is being destroyed is heaven and earth. The seven heaven and the earth destroyed. But Siratul Muntaha, water, the throne, the veil still there. And when the first horn being blown, not all died. There are exceptions. So the first Armageddon, there are still survivors. The angel will to carry out the instruction of Allah to blow the trumpet first time and second time. Gabriel, and so on. They may be alive. Okay. It is possible also Lazarus also is still alive because you died only once. Lazarus died only a few days, resurrected by Jesus, so he may be alive. And the horn will be blown, and whoever is in the heaven and whoever is on the earth will fall dead, except whom Allah will. So there's a second verse. This is the first Qiyamah or Armageddon. Okay? And this will be the second Armageddon. And people are trying to tell me, hey, we never heard of second Armageddon. If there's no second Armageddon, then we have the beginning, but we don't have the last. That means we are eternal. Cannot be. Okay? And the horn will be blown, and whoever's in the heaven and whoever is on the earth will fall. This is also first Armageddon. The second one here, the trumpet will be blown a second time. Then everybody will be roused from the sleep. See, roused from the sleep. We were resting in the barzakh world, and then we are resurrected, awakened. So we are under barzakh world, sleeping or resting. Okay? And they say when they rouse out, they say, we stayed for a day or part of a day. Ask those who keep count. They're confused. Did we sleep for one day or part of one? But actually, many, many years we slept there. But you thought it's one day. Okay? This is still first Armageddon, sorry. The second Armageddon will come later. Okay? Then, after you are resurrected, you are found yourself in a different earth. This earth will be destroyed. New earth. You'll be resurrected on a new earth. Okay? One day the earth will be changed to a different earth. And so will be the heavens, and man will be marshaled forth before Allah. So we resurrected at a different world, not this world anymore. This one destroyed already. And Allah said, there is not animal in the earth or flying creatures, but there are people like you who have neglected nothing in the book. Then unto their Lord they will be gathered. So all this will, the spirit will be resurrected, given new body, and they will gather before the Lord. So all come out, the spirit will come out the day of resurrection. Come out. Okay? Then on that day, the people will emerge in droves to be shown their work. To be shown their work. Okay? That means we'll be shown our books of life. This was you when you were in the world. And from there, then we can see who had been our mother or father, and we can identify the soul, the spirit that had been our mother, father, but now all 33 years old. All 33, okay? So Allah said, roam the world and see how God will bring about the next existence. Okay? From the world, how Allah created the first one, and Allah will create again the next existence. And you see here, we shall produce a new one, new body. New body, this will be the universal body. All the spirit will have the same body, universal. It is not he who produced creation, then he will produce it again. And you can see, so the God will bring about the next existence, new body, produce a new one, and all will be 33 years old, all. And don't worry, all will have hairs on the head, not botak head, not bald. Everybody got hairs on the head. 33 years old. And all of them are coming to him on the day of resurrection alone, not in a family, not in a group, even us. Although we are the Sufis and we have the Yamas Foundation, Yamas Indonesia, as our umbrella. But when we're resurrected, we are on our own. Okay? For every person, we have attached his fate to his neck. And on the day of resurrection, we'll bring out for him a book there where we would see what was our rule in the world. We'll bring out for him a book which will find spread open. You can see, it's like a video. Say, read your book. Okay? You yourself are sufficient as a reckoner against you this day. That means you look what you have done in the world. There is your video. See? So you be the judge of yourself. Okay? Read your book today. Read your book today. There will be none but yourself to call you to account. So you will know what you've been doing. So you will see your book. Oh, I was a Christian. Oh, I was a Buddhist. Oh, I was an atheist. I was a free thinker. Oh, I follow my ancestors' worship. And then, oh, I was the son of this person, this person. Oh, this person was that spirit. He was my father. That spirit was my mother, but not all 33 years old. And then you can see with Allah, the greatness of Allah, you see your life being shown, your book of life being shown to you after you are resurrected. Whoever is in the heavens and the earth belong to Allah. He knows whatever you are doing. On the day you shall return to him, that is the resurrection. He will let you know what you have done. He will show you your book of life. He has full knowledge of everything. Okay? Now, it is our stand as a Sufi that all the talk of paradise, the talk of hell, torture, whatnot, and the world, especially the non-Muslim world, accusing Allah of being cruel, sadistic, like to torture people, no humanitarian feeling, all kinds of things they talk bad about Allah. Because in the first place, many of our ulama keep on stressing that Allah put people in hell, Allah torture people in hell, all that. And also, the Western will believe, if that is the case, your God is a cruel God. Your God is diabolical. Your God like to torture. And this basically also faced by the Christians at one time. When they could not answer, many left the religion and become atheists, become free thinker. They don't believe God that cruel. Okay? So when I was on the international platform, and one of the Christian priests wrote If your God and my God is the same, he said, best of luck to you in your endeavor. Because you keep on stressing on hell, all that, people will run away. No, God is not cruel. Also the question, have God put anybody in hell? No. So what is the verses on that? We'll go in detail later, but at present, just bear with me. All these verses are, with this Allah does frighten his slave, just to frighten, not actually want to torture them, to frighten them, because during that time, the prophet time, these are cruel people, more animalistic behavior than a human behavior. Terrible. So Allah threatened them, I will burn you. I shall cover you with fire above you and cover with fire below you. With this, Allah want to frighten them. It's just like grandmother say, you steal one more my cookie, I cut both your legs. What will the grandmother do? No, just to frighten the young man, the young boy. That's it. But it's not correct for you to go to town and say, hey, grandmother want to cut both legs of my children. No, that's wrong. She only threatened. Same, Allah only threatened. We'll see later, Allah is most loving and will not harm his creation even to the extent of an atom. He won't. We'll see that later. So what all these verses on hell and whatnot is to frighten them, to warn them. We have warned you of a nearby, warn them, so make them come back to fold. But there are verses say, talk to them, debate with them, all that. These are for the present moment. The present Ummah, you cannot use the threat anymore. So use that threat anymore, they will go against you, saying that God is cruel, whatnot. Now you go debate, you go talk to them nicely and so on, more like preaching, no more threatening, more knowledge to teach them that. So we giving the knowledge to them that Allah is never cruel. What he said, all that is just to threaten, to bring them to fall. Presently, we don't use that anymore in our preaching because that is for that bygone time. The present time is through knowledge. Bring them through knowledge. Neither your folks nor your children will be of any use to you on the day of resurrection. So everybody on his own. He will be separate. He will separate you out. You are now no longer in a family, nothing. Everyone individual. Okay. On that day will be a price of his deed, both the earlier and the latter, and man will be evidence against himself. Now, there are verses which says, wow, you will get the book first and you are safe. You will get your book on the right-hand side, you are safe. You get the book on your left-hand side, you'll be in trouble. There's a judgment day. Why you have this and you have that? Here, Allah say, hey, look at your book. That is enough judgment for you. And you'll be the judge of yourself. That is sufficient. But then we have other verses which says, you get the book first, you're safe. You get the book on the right, you're safe. You get the book on the left, you are finished. There are verses. Why there are two verses? Here it says, you look your own book that's hang on your neck. That is what your book of life, what you did all in there. And see, you'll be your own judge. And there's also verses, so you get your book from the front, from the right, from the left. These verses are for that time. If Allah will use this, what I explained to you now, they don't have the intellects to understand. Now we have all of us throughout the world. the intelligence of our world is much greater than before. Now you can explain, you can give knowledge, ikra, learning. You can explain to them, they can accept, because the learning, the intelligence is much higher, okay, than before. So if before, how to tell them there's a judgment? You have to play like that. You have that balance thing, to weigh something. That kind of judgment concept of the olden days. But present, this one. And this also will prove that God is never cruel. Never, 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 never. Rasulullah had said, we see this later, if a mother will not throw a baby into the fire because the love of the mother for the baby, Allah loves for his creature much, much more than a mother. So you can see. And that is why he has 100 love. One love he gave to the world, and the world is peaceful and love one another. He has 99 love waiting for us in the hereafter. And Rasulullah said, and the non-believers, if they knew about this 99 love, then everybody will be happy, knowing that all of us will go to paradise. And I remember my good friend Mr. Yustika had said, last time I don't understand what Ustadz was saying about the atoms. There are more than 50 trillion atoms. And therefore, how we are put into hell when there's 50 trillion atoms non-stop praising Allah. Non-stop. Because Allah in the verse said, we see later, all these creatures praising Allah all the time in their own way. So these atom in our bodies, more than 50 trillion, they are praising Allah all the time. And to make it worse, they are new, because new body. So what sin they commit? No sin. New body, new atom, praising Allah, 50 trillion and more. How are you going to put in hell? We come to that later, all this. So that is our stand as a Sufi. We're going to stand and say, hey, Allah is never, never cruel. All the talk about hell, all that, these are just bring you back to pole, right? Like a father being strict. No, you can't do that. No, you can't climb that high tree. You are still 4 years old. Why father sounds so serious? Because he doesn't want you to fall. It's not that he hates you, that he raises his voice because he hates you. No, he loves you. Same Allah. He threatened you. He warned you. He wants you to be back to fall. Will he do it? That's where the prophet say, our holy prophet say, if one mother will not throw her baby into the fire because of the love of the mother, the prophet say, the love of Allah on his creatures is much, much more than a mother. There are many more reasons that can vouchsafe that everyone will be put in paradise. That's why he says, it is amusement and play. The world in the hereafter is waiting for you. Waiting for you. They didn't say waiting for the believers. No, waiting for you. Every one of us. Because we are predestined. We are given a destiny that we have no choice. We have to conform with the destiny that's hang on our neck until we die. We have to live according to this destiny or the book of life or the script until we die. There is no choice. If I have a choice, do you think I want to be old? You ask Bayu, huh? 25 years old sudah cukup lah Bayu. 25 years old enough. No need to be older than that lah. But no choice. No choice. But they also got no choice now become grandfather already. No choice. Right? We have no choice. It's a predestination. No choice. You accept it. So be it. There's no choice. My plan is firm. Thou shalt not see any change in it. You have to follow. I am brother Ibrahim Arif. Now we're getting older. What to do? A hair become white. What to do? You have to accept it because in this destiny, you can run. Okay, but to be fair, Allah is fair, not cruel, because we follow His predestination. No choice but follow. So every one of us will be given a place in paradise. That's why 99 love of His waiting for us. And that's why we're given a new body. And that's all. Also we get given an age of 33 years old. No more grandmother, grandfather, no more baby, no more youth. Everybody is 33 years old. And that is fixed. We are not born, but given the age. All will be 33 years old. Okay. So how can be Allah be cruel? Cannot be. And this is our stand, as a Sufi. We're not going to say, Allah will torture you or no. That only threaten. I give you the verse. He threatened, he warned. That's it. Just to bring them to fold. But that is for the previous Ummah. For present, we discuss with them through learning and bring them to fold. In future, we need to use love to bring back the satanic force back to fold. We need love. And that Allah had promised, I will instill love in the heart of all believers who are pious. So He will put them. We'll see that later. So we stop here. It's almost 10. And we shall continue next week. That is after the resurrection, the judgment day, and paradise, and so on. We continue this. Sorry, I lecture up to 1 hour today. I thought it would take a longer, but I think that's it. I see you tomorrow, inshallah. Back to Bayu. Thank you very much.